Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Labs Advisors Live on a Thursday. A wonderful Thursday. And we got some awesome people with us today, like always. And before we do any introductions, I did want to quickly mention, hey, we got Slido. The link is in the post above. Someone's already said hi. Hello, Anonymous. How are you doing today? You can join Slido.com, hashtag 755127. You can use the QR code. You can use the link in the post. I mean, goodness gracious, there's so many different ways to get engaged. But let's talk about who we have here with us. So I'm your host, as always, Evan Ransom. With me, my stunningly handsome co-host, Joe McHugh.
Yes, thank you, Evan. And just a disclaimer, and I apologize ahead of time. Our Dofi is out today, and they've asked me to sit here, and everybody has left the office, so I'm here manning this phone. So if you hear the phone ring, I apologize ahead of time.
Personally, I'm looking forward to some very fun hot mic situations.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm more interested in the person who walks in to talk to me while this is going on, because I can't tuck myself away in the pocket. So that's going to be the moment I'm going to enjoy the most. So
absolutely.
You can just do this.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm on live television. Just give me 1 moment.
Yeah.
And as much as I would enjoy a masterclass in director first impressions or MC call coordinating work that I know Joe can deliver, it is time to introduce our special featured speaker. Goodness gracious, Danielle Kyle.
Danielle, I thought you said it was Danielle.
Hi.
Yes, that mistake has already been corrected. I apologize to both Danielles.
Well, yeah, I'm Danielle Kyle. I am the MCTT in Northern California for KW San Francisco and KW Peninsula Estates out here. Hello, everyone.
Right on. And Danielle, you are sharing. Thank you so much for coming on today. And you're sharing one of my favorite tech tips, which I feel like I've said that every single week, but it's just been great. We've had a lot of really good tech tips lately.
That's because we only let talent on our
Exactly. So Danielle, tell us a little bit what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so today what we are going to talk about is how you can get beautiful designs, email template designs from whatever third-party website you might already be using to create beautiful emails like Mailchimp or BombBomb. I'm going to show you one way that's how you can get the HTML directly from Mailchimp exported. And then the second way I'm going to show you how you can extract HTML you can use on any third-party email. So that's what we're going to go over today. And are we going to talk about why we would do this next?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So why do you do it, Danielle? Let's start there.
I do it because I've been using Mailchimp for 10 years and I'm used to using Mailchimp. And while I have used the KW command email design builder, it's just easier for me. I already have my templates in Mailchimp, so it's just easier for me to keep using Mailchimp.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mailchimp's a great product too.
Yeah, and there are other things too. Like, so for example, there are a couple companies out there that you might know of that actually design emails for you. Actually, like friend of the show, Garrett Stewart, designs emails for people that then they have to upload there. There's a company out there, Brandco, who I love. They design templates and stuff, and you can actually use the HTML from all of those designs and put them right in your command. So there are a lot of reasons why you would want to know how to do this. Yeah. So let's dive right in.
And we can also drop that link to Garrett as well. Command Consult, I believe it is, right? CommandConsult.com.
Yeah, he absolutely. Garrett makes monthly newsletters for agents. Real, for a lot of people here, like, oh, we want this. Command doesn't have this, and he's like, all right, boom, now you got it, and I love it.
Awesome. Well, I think I tried to drop the link. Garrett, if you're watching, please correct me if that link is wrong. Okay, I put it in the chat. But let's hop into the classroom. Danielle, please feel free to take it away.
Great. So I'm logged into my KW command account under agent.kw.com. And I'm in the designs applet right now. So I'm going to just start off by opening this up to where you import the HTML. And though I am in the email section, I'm going to hit this plus button in the bottom right corner to add a design. And
big blue plus.
Click email. And next. And I don't want to use one of these templates that's already in here. What you want to click on in the top right corner is import HTML. All right, and there are two ways to do this. You can paste code and you can import a file. I'm going to first show you how you can import a file. Now I'm going to jump over to Mailchimp to show you how you can get that file. So if you use Mailchimp, this is useful for you. If you don't use Mailchimp, then the second way, how to extract the code and put the code in there, that's going to be more useful for you. So I already have my campaign built. Right so on. I am just in that campaign. This is the title. Here's the info, which, by the way, all this info, you're going to have to, like the subject line is not going to import. Just the design.
Yeah, we're just grabbing just that. Yeah, just that design. Absolutely.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do is click Edit Design.
I was on mute. Okay. Sorry.
Joe, I thought you were just handling in the public.
I was just doing whatever. I love this because we were talking about this earlier, and this is I don't know why this is my favorite thing, but this is absolutely my favorite part about this. Currently, Command Designs does not allow you to upload a GIF. Right, or for those of you who are less cultured, a GIF. So because of that,
it's mute, Joe.
Because of that,
just take care of
using a third-party editor, it will let you upload it with the HTML. So you have here a GIF, and so we're going to be able to get that in a command template simply because we used another editor, and I love that. I don't know why I love that so much, but I love it.
Joe, she's not putting peanut butter into this email address, okay, or in this email design, okay?
You know what?
She's putting a GIF in.
A little bit of peanut butter, and they open the emails. It's just it's what happens.
If I'm honest, I didn't even make this graphic myself. Our marketing director did. So, but yeah, it is pretty cool. You do want to make sure that all of your content is completed and finalized in this email before you bring it over into Command. It does become harder to change any of your links or any of the content in this email when you bring it in. So after you import it into Command, don't plan on changing much at all. The only thing we will change is the footer.
So now, one thing though is Mailchimp, I know notoriously has a lot of what we call merge tags, right? Do you get rid of those before you import it? What do you do with that regard?
No, I kind of just replace them with other merge fields or connect them with other ones. Okay. But you could just delete, honestly, this content block at the bottom from the footer. Because this footer that says update your preferences and unsubscribe from the list, this only works with your Mailchimp list or your Mailchimp preferences. So you do not want to have that email when it goes out through Command. So you can delete it here, or you will be able to delete that once you import the HTML.
Yeah.
And what's also important, go ahead. You are going to want to replace that with the legal footer in the designs. We'll show that before, but you need to have that in there. Just not this.
And Command's going to put its own unsubscribe link at the bottom, and it's going to be confusing if you got two. That one doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. It's really important. You don't want these unsubscribed.
That would be a cruel trick, right? To have an unsubscribe link in an email that just goes somewhere random that doesn't unsubscribe you. Like that's a good way to get in people's spam folders, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought you were being sarcastic and referencing my email inbox because I swear I unsubscribe from everything all the time. And yet, here we are, full of email, full of spam.
Once your email is all good to go here, you want to click the top right corner where it says template, and you want to save the design as a template. Only once it's saved as a template will you be able to export the HTML file. So if you're not tech savvy with HTML and you don't want to deal with seeing any code, which that's more like me, this is what you want to do. And if you're using a different third-party email builder, they probably have an option to export the HTML as a file as well. So here we're going to save as a template. I'm going to rename this one. All right, and then we're going to continue, and I'm going to get to my email templates, which are just right under campaigns here on the left. And here is that most recent email template. I can click this arrow on the right-hand side, this down arrow, and I can click export as HTML.
Boom.
Click export template. And now it's going to download HTML text file. Super easy. I didn't see any code. Didn't have to edit the code. And we're going to go back to command now. We're still on this page where we can import the file. Browse for the downloaded file. Select it. And then click open.
And I believe you can drag and drop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it in this order per se, right? You can go and design your email, download it later, then come back and do this. We're walking people through the workflow.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the part that you were referring to, Joe, where I have these merge fields that they don't really go with what we have in command. So I'm going to change this one to agent website.
I remember us talking about that, and my brain is completely shorting because it's like a mystery of where that tag goes. But it's like some random weird link that Mailchimp puts in, and it's like I think it's the view email and browser. Actually, I think that's the where Mailchimp puts that little line in, and that link that's up there is still there. And if you click that, it takes them to your website. It'll work. It'll work. I think that's correct.
I delete those personally, right? Because am I unmute? No, I'm not unmuted. I delete those personally because I just don't like going through this process. So had we done what you said, which is delete those segments, it would not be asking us for this.
Right.
This is only because command doesn't recognize what it sees as this merge tag. It's saying, hey, we know this is a merge tag, but we don't know what to do with it. So tell us what to do with it is what's going on.
So, and these last ones we're going to delete anyways once we get over into command to finalize the template. So I'm just going to make those last ones agent first name, agent last name. But yeah, like Joe said, if you had deleted that footer content block already, those wouldn't even be there.
Cool.
But continue. Boom. I'm not in Mailchimp anymore, guys, and it looks exactly the same. I'm in command.
It's so pretty.
And the GIF is working.
The GIF is working.
The GIF is working.
The GIF.
Oh. Let it be known. He tried to correct it, and he said GIF. He knows the true pronunciation.
So here's the
Freudian slip, my friend.
Evan, I thought we're not getting into banter today. I'm more than willing to have this conversation live with you about what it's called.
We can do that tomorrow. I don't want to be too disrespectful of Danielle's time.
Gosh, maybe I should have taken the GIF out, but no, it's such a good example for this little workshop.
I see.
And I've located the footer, and again, we want to delete this. So I'm going to click on it, delete, just click the trash icon, it's gone. And now we want to insert the command legal footer. So if you've already deleted, you do want to follow this step.
It absolutely will not let you actually send this, right, is my knowledge, without you putting this legal footer in there. That is a requirement.
Maybe in campaigns. I do know in smart plans you can send it. Because I've sent emails. I've sent email designs without the legal footer. The same way Danielle's doing, imported from Mailchimp.
Interesting. I thought it was required. I thought it wouldn't let you save it if you didn't drag that in there.
I could be wrong.
And once you bring your emails here, I would highly recommend testing it, send another test. I know you've probably already tested it in your other platform and checked all your links, but to make sure your links carried over, send a test email to yourself.
Cool.
And make sure to test all the links again. If any images are supposed to be linked, make sure everything's working. And then title, don't forget a title in the top left corner.
And real quick, as she's doing that, back to that legal footer thing, regardless of whether it lets you send it or not, guys, put the legal footer in.
Yeah.
Put it in.
You want to make sure you're in compliance, and you need your license number. You need all of that info for your market center too. So,
well, that's if there's any of our KWRI friends who occasionally like to harass us in the chat when we're doing this, feel free to let us know. Is that required or not? Who is right in this situation for being able to save this? I'd love to get that input from you guys.
The follow-up programming on the Ariel Kimmel show.
Yes. Ariel Kimmel.
Okay, this is awesome.
Should we try number 2, the second way?
The copy paste?
Yeah.
I do.
Let's do it.
The copy paste.
A good copy paste.
It's one of my favorite activities, honestly.
I hate the copy paste, but okay. So one way you want to do this is just by, just assuming you've sent yourself that test email, which you can do from the third-party website. And here I have it open. I always use this button at the top to view this email in your browser in order to get the page where I can extract the HTML. So now you want to right click.
So wait, I just want to clarify here for a second, because we have not, we're way back, right? Because we're back right in Mailchimp. We're not at the point where we're testing the command, right? Okay, I'm just mentally getting myself.
We're just getting the code.
Gotcha. We've now taken 10 steps back. Yeah. We're here in Mailchimp. We're getting the code. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So just pretend like we're starting all over again here. So let's say you can't figure out how to export the HTML file, or you're using a different third party where it doesn't work the same way as Mailchimp, and so you can't figure out how to get again that HTML file downloaded. Gotcha. Then this second option way is going to be what you want to try in order to accomplish getting this beautiful email into command to send to your database. All right, and then we view page source.
Well, this is scary.
Well, are you hacking me right now?
No. So this is the page source for that email. And it looks very scary. You want to just copy paste all this basically into command. So we're going to copy. Yeah, I don't even know the shortcut it wasn't working on my laptop to get to the end quickly. So bear with me. So if you're not techie with HTML like me, and then Control C or Command C on my computer, just copy if you.
Isn't it? I'm curious. I think it's Command A.
Command A will select all.
I tried that on my laptop to highlight everything.
It didn't work?
Yeah.
That's a pain.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it still works. I can still make it happen.
Boom.
Okay, so now we have all of the code. We go back into command and we are in designs. We're going to click this plus symbol in the bottom right corner because we're starting a new template. We're starting over again. And select email.
And Brooke Silva just pointed out that this is not one line of code we are grabbing. We are actually grabbing all of the code.
All of it. Highlight all of it. You don't want to leave anything behind. And click this import HTML button in the top right corner once again. Okay, and one of you might have to tell me about this part because I just replaced what's here, but I do notice that there are HTML and the body.
When I do this, I take it all out there because that code should already be present in what you have.
It is, yeah. So you can take that out and then you just want to paste.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you want to allow. Yeah, you want to allow.
That.
You want to allow. Yeah. I have never seen Chrome come up and ask if it can use your clipboard before. That's interesting.
It didn't do that when I practiced.
Yeah.
So
Must be a new Google update. They're just like, yo, clipboards are sacred. We got to ask permission to get into that.
It is actually part of the new iOS blocking Facebook. It now also
blocks clipboards.
Uh-oh. Actually, I wonder if doing this from the clipboard, I see some
No, you're good.
text.
You know,
You're good.
we're
Let's
all
hit
about
import.
trial and error on this show.
Let's
People
do it.
learn from our mistakes. So let's hit import and see what happens.
All right, so cross your fingers. Oh,
Bam.
okay, it looks like it worked. And we're gonna scroll to the bottom and delete that last
Yeah.
footer content block and put in our legal footer at the very bottom.
Now, there is one thing about this method I do want to point out, because I've done this a few times. You are best off importing the HTML file, like in Danielle's first example.
Yeah.
And here's why. Do you guys see this little friend right here?
Yep.
Sometimes I have noticed it doesn't render that. It just gives you a list of languages at the top in plain text above the email. I have yet to figure out how to solve that. I'm sure there's a way. I don't know what it is yet. and
Getting this off?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't figured that part out yet. Sometimes it's not a problem. Sometimes it can be.
Can I delete it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
I just had to.
Actually, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Let's take a step back here, and that is the process is still the right process. It's probably not,
It's gone.
there you go.
Boom.
It's not the best process necessarily for Mailchimp because of how you grab the code.
And Danielle just changed my life by showing me that you can just delete that thing, and I can't believe I never thought of that. Oh yeah, just get rid of it. That makes total sense.
And it's looking pretty good here. Again, you probably want to do that test email and make sure all those links are working.
Danielle, do you ever get this call? And I get this call all the time. When you send a test email, if you did use merge fields in the designer and you send a test email, those merge fields won't merge to anything because it's a test email. So if you see contact first name, don't panic in a test email, right?
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I love this. Can you add me to your tech update list? I'm really doing it because I want to steal that GIF. But I would love to.
For Joe.
You know what? Let me send you a test. Or actually, do you want me to I could share my template with your Mailchimp account?
No, I just want to be on your mailing list so I don't have to build one and can just share it with the people in my market center. That was actually my.
He's just gonna
desire.
take your photo out and put his in. Not even change the name. It's just gonna be
What
Danielle Kyle.
I'm
Joe.
not going to say who, but somebody taught me I could just download the HTML code and upload it right up into my own command.
True. Just make sure, Joe, when you send to your agents, take out this set up a meeting with me part. It
know
links
what,
to my
though?
Calendly.
You know what? Okay, that's fair. I will take that out. I will put that in my own. Oh,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, I love this, being able to do this. It kind of changed our inability to use or want to use command mail.
Here's the cool thing too. Like, let's say I'm a market center administrator or a agent services person, right? And my agents want something for, maybe we have a pie day or maybe we have this or that. I could design it and then just give them that file. And then here's the fun thing is, you see that download template button? It actually downloads it with that footer information in it, that legal footer. So once they design it, if they pull it in here and re-download it, it's already ready to be in command. Like, you can do that, share it with all the agents in your market center, and now they can actually then just upload it and it's good to go. They don't have to change a thing.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that. And you can correct the footer information before it even gets to them.
Gotcha. So yeah, absolutely. I don't know if there are any agent services people watching or RTTs, feel free to share that tip, because that is something that market centers can do to provide value to their agents by helping create content they can just email out. And you know, if that's something you want to do. If
Absolutely.
not, whatever. I don't care. I'll shut up.
So from this point forward, once you have the email into your email designs, you can use it like any other email design in Command. It's almost no different, except the part where it's a little weirder to edit, but you shouldn't be having to do that, right?
Yeah, it is quite difficult to edit.
Are you answering the question from Definitely Not Sam Jackson, or?
I hit the highlight button because I didn't know what it did, and now I know.
Definitely Not Sam Jackson, which is either Sam Jackson or not. I'm not sure. Those are our two choices here. Is curious if they don't want to touch the code, you know, how to do this. And really, you didn't touch the code at all. You just got the code and moved it in there, and then deleted the sections you didn't want. So you don't need to know code. You don't have to touch the code. That's just the only way to get it into Command from an outside source. So you're going to have to look at it. You're going to have to like be comfortable looking at it, but that's it. Like just get it in there, and then it's the same kind of editor. It's easy, drag and drop, you know, WYSIWYG editor, or what you see is what you get. That it's just simple.
So yeah, I don't really like to edit code. It kind of I'm not that experienced, and then I have to Google what I'm trying to change to make sure it's going to work out. So that's why this is my preference.
Yeah.
And that's why I also love using Mailchimp, because you don't really have to, I never really have formatting issues. I'm able to use GIFs. It has a lot of capabilities, and it just, you know, this way to use my 5,000 free sends in KW Command and take advantage of that, and use my audience groups I've already built and the tags I've already set up to filter out my contacts to send this to, you know, that's super helpful.
And that's the beauty of an open-ended system too, right? So we can come in, take our designs, and we can still live in our system. Because I'll be honest, I used to be an administrator on a team, and I used to couldn't stand trying to keep up with what was in Mailchimp, what was in the CRM, what was over there, and all that kind of stuff. And this really helps solidify that. I'm moving us over into the questions section, so we can go over some of these. By the way, guys, if you have not yet already, follow that QR code, link in the chat, link in the post as well if you want to ask your question. Sam, I think we just kind of answered that one for the average agent that's not going to touch code. And just to re-highlight Danielle's first method, we didn't even see any code in Danielle's first method, right?
And if you can get that file, it's the simpler way to do it, right? It absolutely is.
Yeah, it's much easier. So that one's good. And then Brooke says, so no, not one line of code, correct? Brooke says, hello, Brooke. How are you?
They're not questions. They're just people being people.
There's hi. Definitely Not Sam Jackson says, how do I get as cool as Evan? The answer to that is to get a Maps Tech coach. And I think I know a good one, Sam. Good deal. I think that's all the questions we have. Yeah, I'll give it another second. Danielle, do you have any additional thoughts to add on to what you covered here?
No, I think we covered everything.
Right on. Good deal. We'll give it another second.
Thanks for having me, Evan and Joe.
Absolutely. Danielle, thank you for coming on. I know this week's episode was a little bit shorter because of our schedules being the way they are, but we will definitely be having you back on. And thank you so much for coming and sharing this tip. I think this is a really powerful one. I really do. I really think people gain a lot of benefit from using what they already know, what they're already skilled at, what they already have built out template-wise, and be able to just plug it into the system they're using every day in their business. So once again, Danielle, where are you from? Drop the
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And Northern California Bay Area.
Gotcha.
We're gonna have to come and visit and do a Labs Advisor live
Live.
from sunny California sometime.
Definitely.
Yeah, right on. Well, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I hope we have a fantastic weekend, a wonderful Juneteenth, and we will see you guys next week with Brooke Silva doing the ins and outs of KW Support, which is an episode that you can't miss. So you guys take care.
You're not gonna outro me. You're gonna outro Danielle, but not me.
Oh, she earned it.
Ouch.
I'm kidding. Joe, give us your outro. Give us your facts.
Ouch.
Give us.
My name is Joe McHugh. I hope I minimized the phone call ringing going on today. I do appreciate everybody for coming on. I'm from Connecticut, realtor, MCTT, all around goofy guy, and my co-host Evan Ransom.
An incredibly lovable Joe. Wonderful. Gotcha. Good deal, guys. Take care. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. Bye. I think there's a Joe, did you turn your mic off?
No,
Your mic's not off?
it's not.
Oh. We're supposed
Mine's
to.
not off either. Should it be?
Are you just trying to trick us into doing live mic outro?
I mean, yeah, we do it every time, right?
I don't think we've ever done it before.
We never
Am
done
I
it before?
supposed to stop sharing my screen now?
No. No.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it.